Ooh, that thing's kind of heavy, but manhandled it in there. All right, well, it's cold enough in here. All the snow didn't melt overnight. Okay, axle just about ready to come out, so I can throw that 488 in. A little more disassembly done. Axle and fuel tank delete. I took a measurement and I'm about 10 and a half inches tall from the bottom of the tank to the fuel pump assembly ring there. My Blazer I think was 12 if I remember right, and I know these do compress a little bit typically when you install them, so I'm curious if this Beretta module will fit right in a Blazer tank. That way I know my fuel gauge and all that kind of stuff will match up to the gauges that I have, you know, for the sending unit and whatnot. This area through here is really where it looks the ugliest. So at some point, maybe I'll blast this stuff and clean it up a little bit. But, I mean, it's crunchy, like that top layer, but it's pretty rugged. We'll see how it holds up. These spring perches I'm going to have to cut out too. I forgot to bring my air hammer with me, my air chisel. And this is getting, he's got a guy coming in to put heat in the garage. We got that baby up. Well, that was sort of a pain in the dick, but we got it started anyway. Now we can fine tune it. It still looks sketchy, but alright, so the heater's up. Now I got to push the shelf back. Then we can throw the Beretta back in here. That's coming Wednesday. This is Sunday, so I got to be able to push this thing outside so he's got room to run the the gas lines and stuff like that. But so this may end up with this axle back under it to push it out of the garage at the end of tonight. But when these come off, I know that axle will definitely fit, and we may be able to sneak it in there the way it is now. That's what I'm going to see if I can make happen. Now, I probably should have videoed that. Those were the first cuts. I'll clean this up once I get my air hammer, air chisel these out of here. But up through here is where I'm going to put that bar that I'm going to mount the coilovers to. So even though this looks pretty ugly through here, the strength is going to be, you know, the weight is going to sit on this bar. I'm going to weld it in there too. And it still should be pretty freaking solid. Alright, fabricated the bar that I need to weld into the Beretta. Okay, I got this reasonably cleaned up, even though it ain't beautiful. Same with this. Burn it in. Well, I did say this thing wasn't going to be perfect. There's my coilover mounts. You can stick this rear end in here. Something that makes me happy about a Beretta wheel on an Explorer rear end. Very nice. I knew eventually I was going to have to cut the spare tire well out of it, but I thought I could mock everything up before I did that. But no dice. I had to pull it back apart and cut that stuff out before I could put the axle in.
Very nice.
So this heat here is a welcome addition, all functional, ready to go.
And working.
Very nice, yes. Very nice. Get door keys with this thing. And now the trunk popper's not working. Figure out what I got to do there. So I guess we're just going to undo these bolts and get the trunk open. This whole spare tire well has got to come out. So the rear axle is going to hit back here. And then this is where the fuel tank is going to end up. I'm hoping I can save the trunk and retain it. We'll see.
There she is.
Bye.
There, that junk is out of there now.
Adios. All right. Let's make this happen. See how all my pre-game measuring and fabricating went. Here, we're getting close. Keep coming. Keep coming. Okay, stop. Keep coming. Oop, hold on. There we go. Okay. Stop.
Can you push that axle forward? Look at that.
Would you just look at it? Alright, so the Ford 8.8 is in. I had to do this wonky stuff here with some all thread since the torque arm can't go in until I have a transmission cross member, which I don't have yet. This is going to keep the pinion angle from going all crazy when you put weight on it.
Or lift it up.
Or lift it up, yeah. That's also the droop control right now. Okay, this little piece of all thread we put in here to keep it from messing with the pinion angle when we put weight on. Did not work at all, just bent everywhere. Probably because it's on the same side as the coil itself, so then I figured I'll use these, I put these holes in the lower control arm mounts so I can strap it down on the trailer and whatnot. Ran those across the bumper here, and that keeps it from doing any crazy shit now. So I've got my panhard bar mount here. I've got to weld the other one over here, and this thing is getting close. The whole floor has got to come out of it and move up 3 inches, maybe even 4 inches, I'm thinking. I got steel coming from a buddy, just waiting for that. And at that point, the 4.8 will go in here with the 5-speed, and I can mock up my trans cross member, hook up my torque arm and all that stuff. Okay, I guess this is about it for this weekend. Still got to do the panhard bar. I may actually cut this baby off and relocate it too, because I want to come down further. I'm at like full droop right now, and clearance is going to get kind of tight there. So I may have to revisit that. But as a whole, Ford 8.8 and a Beretta, I'm happy with that. Sweet. Ew, barf. Nasty.
Yeah. Good stuff.